When we talk about budget deficits, think about raising taxes, maybe cutting back the trash collection. But what about putting people out on the street? One D.C. council member is sounding the alarm that if crucial funding is cut from the homeless services budget, families will be kicked out onto the streets. Matt Ackland, live in the newsroom with more now on this. Matt?
Yeah, Brian, Councilmember Jim Graham says this all comes down to about $19 million. He says there are roughly about 1,200 adults who receive homeless services, and many of them have kids. Graham believes the budget cuts on the table will force all homeless shelters to shut down. The only time they'll be open is if it is freezing outside. Walk by any park in downtown D.C. and you'll likely see it. The homeless situation in the district is already serious, and some worry budget cuts could make it worse.
All of these adults and children and everybody else, this city will have them all over the place.
Councilmember Jim Graham is fighting to hold on to funding that currently keeps homeless shelters open, including a large one here at the old D.C. General Hospital. It houses 150 families. Many of the residents are children with simply no other place to go.
Even something as basic as D.C. General is a home right now, and it's better than nothing.
Alyssa Hammond and her daughter Yulani currently live at D.C. General.
I was having problems and stuff, so we ended up coming here.
Alyssa says she didn't know where to turn. She's pregnant with her second child and trying to get back on her feet.
Please keep the shelter because there's a lot of people that need help and housing and stuff.
Graham says budget cuts would also do away with critical services like the hypothermia vans. On the coldest nights, these vans are packed with supplies, including blankets, sleeping bags, and warm coffee. Those who drive the vans do their best to convince the homeless to spend the cold night in a warm place.
Under this new budget, in order to save about $19 million, there'll be no place for them to go.
Remember, these cuts will not be avoided by just raising income taxes on some D.C. residents. The cuts to homeless services and higher taxes for some residents are both a part of the mayor's budget plan. But Graham says he's going to do everything he can to keep the city from cutting that $19 million. Brian?
All right, Matt Ackland tonight.